Hello and welcome, Miguelino here with the next installment in our series, Boys to Men, where we are taking Swedish team Brommapojkarna from the third tier of Swedish football to the top of Europe. We have managed to win the third best cup in Europe, but it's been a while, and it's been a while since we played the last game, which means that today I will compensate you for it and we will play 2 games. We've also had our youth intake preview, and that got me thinking, how good have our youth intakes actually been? I know I've told you over and over again that our first youth intake was great, and after that I've been sorely disappointed year after year after year, but I thought we'd give it a bit of a deeper look to see how many players we've actually had come true. Here we go. So we have the youth intake preview, and this year it looks like this. We have, for most of the years, had the whispers of a golden generation. This season we won't. I don't know how to really handle that information. Does that mean that we will actually have a good youth intake, or will this mean that our youth intake will be even worse and more disappointing than in previous years? Who knows? We will see. One thing that I do know, though, is that Martin Strand Ålund won't be coming through our youth intake. He is now in the youth department of Norwegian club Molde. I don't think he will be that awesome. I sure hope not, but we'll keep an eye on him and see once he gets through and see what sort of player he is. We are making some nice improvements to our youth facilities, though. £2 million more put into the youth facilities with a starting date in November and a finish just 20 days later. I don't know what sort of upgrade would cost us 2 million and be finished in 20 days, but I hope it will be a good one. Our facilities currently, they are excellent academy coaching, exceptional youth recruitment, but only good youth facilities. This is where we have room to improve, room to get close to the best youth system in Sweden. If we look at the financial side of things, things are still looking sound. We have nearly £6 million in the bank, and we are allowed to spend most of it simply because we are not buying any players. And we don't have our eyes on any players now either, except for right back Felix Baymore that I talked about last episode. I know we don't have to panic, but that is one of the players I would like to bring through. Of course, Dejan Kulusevski as well, but he would cost like 100 times that amount, so not for us. Not that he'd be interesting anyway. Okay, so that's a short update on where we are structurally. But the youth intake preview gave me an idea. I wanted to take a look at our intakes, and I want to show you the players we've actually had come through our youth intakes and who have made a mark for the club so far. So this is what it looks like. We've had 4 intake players in our first ever youth intake, the really truly only golden generation we've had, and the guys we still have at the club, they have all made 100 appearances or more for the club. Marcus Hallgren with 142 and 26 goals. Jakob Eklund, Levis Kefleses and John Tate. We've also sold Gustav Bohlman to AC Milan, and Yasun Uzum, who's never close to playing for us, is actually with Malmö. Let's take a look at them individually, shall we? We start off with Gustav Bohlman, who is no longer with us. He's with AC Milan, and he's actually playing for them. 11 sub appearances, so he is in no way a first choice player for them, but we've managed to develop a player good enough to actually make appearances for AC Milan, which is kind of cool. I do wish he would have stayed with us, but the board accepted a 4 million deal a couple of seasons ago, and I protested, but they couldn't care less. Jakob Eklund, he is still with us. I'm not sure it's going to get that much better. Current ability of 3 stars, potential ability of 3 stars. Passing of 13, technique of 13, those are the strong points when it comes to his technical game. When we look at his mentality, he looks fairly good, lacks a bit of aggression, and he's also decent physically. This is the sort of player that's going to be with us for many years, but I hope that we will have better midfielders come through so that we won't have to play him season in and season out. Marcus Hallgren, though, he's another story. He's going to leave us. You know all about that. He's going to go back to Dortmund fairly soon, and then we will lose him. Let's enjoy him while he lasts. Levis Keflesis, Christ superstar, is turning into a monster in the opponent's box. Dribbling 14, technique 12. We have him on a contract until late this season. We are going to try to extend him though. The fourth and final one who we still have from the first youth intake is John Tate. Nice dribbling, nice first touch, cannot finish to save his own life, but a good player. If we look at 2021, only one player came through. So as you see, for the rest of the youth intakes, we've only had 1 or 2 players come through, and they haven't played as many games at all. Victor Carlson, the right back, who I keep saying is only good at running. That is maybe a bit harsh, but he is not a well-rounded right back. He's not a defensively good right back. But he's the best right back we have at the club at the moment, which means that he plays. A bit of development left in him. Hopefully he can develop in the right areas to actually become useful to us. In 2022, we had our big rising star come through. Kalle Andersson, winger extraordinaire, inverted winger extraordinaire, acceleration 16 and a jumping reach of 16. He is big for a winger, but he is making a mark for himself every day and every week. He is improving during training and he's looking brilliant when it comes to games. If we move on to 2023 and forward, they have made very few appearances for the first team. The first one we're going to look at is Isak Holm, the only one out of the bunch who has actually made first team appearances, and 27 of them. He is turning into an important player for the first team already at age 18, but he has a bit of development left in him, so hopefully he could become even better. His strong sides are, of course, first touch and passing. He's good physically, but he will need to work on his mentals for the next couple of seasons. Hopefully he will improve there as well. We also have Johan Smilson, who is still in the under-19s, another centre midfielder who can hopefully develop and come through and overtake Ekdal. When we move 1 year further, we have Victor Johansson. He scored 15 goals and 8 appearances for the under-19s this season. I don't know how long I can keep him out of the first team squad. Not for too long, I think. What are his strengths? Finishing, acceleration, balance. But he also has a lovely aggression, a great determination, nice technique. This one is turning into something of a complete forward. Could use a bit more improvement when it comes to his passing game, but we will work on that. We also have Albin, another central midfielder. This is why I sounded so secure when I talked about someone coming in and overtaking Ekdal as a central midfielder. This could be the guy as well. Brilliant mentally at age 17. Good tackler, also decent technique. Needs to work on his passing, needs to work on his attacking game, needs to work on his vision. But I have high hopes for him. Resolute personality is good. Natural fitness of 5 is not. The final one to look at, from what I thought was our worst youth intake ever. I didn't even give any of the players decent faces. I have had to do that afterwards. That's Jens Börjesson, 16 years old. He is developing massively. Aggression 19. I know some of the viewers who would absolutely love that. Determination 15. Marking, technique, first touch. He's a bit everywhere when it comes to attributes. But I do hope that he will improve nicely. He could become a bit of a strange attacker, maybe a pressing forward. If we're going to employ that. A hard worker, but hopefully he will become useful going forward as well. After that run through, it's now time for 2 season-defining games. 2 games in 5 days that will probably seal our fate for this season. Maybe I am sounding too serious, but these are 2 very important games. First, today we have AIK away. They are in 7th place, and then 4 days later we are playing Malmö at home. 6 points in these games, and I think we are on a straight path towards the title. 4 points, I take that. Less, and I'm going to be disappointed and a bit worried that we are going to get drawn down into sort of a fight for the European spots. I want Champions League football, and I want to win the league. And no real surprises to the team that are going to do it. It's Piconell in goal, Wallenborg, Augustinsson, Isherwood and Carlson in the back four. Eklund together with Holm, Andersson, Hallgren, Tate and Jesus Christ superstar, and we have Krebs on the bench if we need him. So the first highlight of the game is, of course, a dangerous free kick. They send it in, hit the post, we get it away. 38 minutes until the very first highlight, but it's a double one. Oikor send in a corner and have the ball over. Thank you. So after the first half that didn't really bring any great chances. It's 0-0. But we need to improve. We haven't really been in this one. I hope for a better performance in the second half. In the 62nd minute, it's Eichel with the ball again. They move it around. We win it though. Can we counter on them? Not like that. Not like that at all. Here comes Eichel again. They send the ball along. That felt like offside, but apparently it's not. They go 1-0 up. And I let out a big disappointing sigh. All in behind us, we are vulnerable there. Quality finish, crap. Maybe a chance for us. Holm with it after a Carlson free kick. Hallgren. They clear it back to Carlson. Holm switch sides. Wallenborg, Andersson. Can we get the ball into the box? That's where we score goals. Now then, Tate, oh, glorious Squassy Jesus Christ, superstar, la 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 la. But I do love that square from Tate too, Jesus Christ. So we are back in the game, another highlight hopefully for us. Tate finds Hallgren. Oh, Talander hits the post, damn it! 10 minutes left. Another throw in, another chance for us hopefully. Hallgren, no, they send it away. Carlson picks it up though. He's been active today. Andersson almost goes through. Here comes Eichel. Ooh, they put the long ball through again. Shoots. Piconell saves it this time and we'll get the ball away. Thank you. 90 minutes has just passed. 5 extra minutes of time left to play. Fintel, who just came in, picks up the ball but doesn't manage to get it to our striker Geflezes. Ondrejka instead for Eichel, but we win the ball. Carlson sends it forward. Long ball. Abraham just came in as well. He's there. Can he create anything? Oh no, he didn't square it. Would have been lovely if he did. Here comes Eichel. 93rd minute. Piconell just picks that one down. Setting the ball up. Geflezes Christ. Abraham, now what? Beats his man, he's through. Geflezes, no. Oh. So the game ends 1-1. Fairly even story. Both of the teams had chances to actually win, but no one took advantage of them. Not the greatest of starts though. I would have loved to have 3 points away against fierce rival Cycle. Since we drew and Malmö won, we are still in second and they are in fifth, only 2 points behind us now. A win in the home game against Malmö would send us top of the table. If we get there, I hope that we remain there throughout the season, but we will need to beat them to get there. Between games, we have gone and splashed a bit of cash. We have brought former central defender Lukas Forsberg home from Germany. It cost us a shitload of money. It cost us £2.5 million and a fairly hefty wage, 23.5k per week. It's a lot of money, but this actually solves our central defender depth issue. Lucas Forsberg is 23. We've signed him on a 4-year deal. He lacks a little bit of heading, but except for that, he is a good player. Marking 12, tackling 10. He is fast, nice jumping reach, good positioning. He was good when we had him last time. I hope that he's going to be good now as well. Lucas Forsberg comes into the starting 11 straight away in an away game against Malmö. I was certain that this was a home game, but apparently I was wrong. This is 1 out of 4 games in a row where we are going to play away in the league. So if we can survive through these 4 games, then I think we look really set to have a good season in the league. Loads of fans in the stands as we play away against Malmö. Hopefully we will make them disappointed. Hopefully we will make them cry. Hopefully we will make them leave the stadium early. But Malmö appears to have the first chance. What's going to happen here? Bejmo, oh thank you Lord. Corner for them would have been awful if he would have scored the first goal. I want to bring him home, but it would have been crap if he would have scored against us. Chance for us. Findell to Tate, short corner routine. Will they counter on us here? No, we collect the ball. Calm and collected. Findell, Gefleses, Tate. Now what? Halligan shoots from 20-25 yards out and we are in the league. Why am I whispering? I'm not sure. But we are in the lead. Une Larsson, nice ball to Hallgren to Findell. Gefleses, Tate. And one times it, we are in the lead. It's us again. Kalle Andersson, Findell, Hallgren, so important for us. Tate is through. 2-0 in the 13th minute. It's not offside. Sit down, kids. This is actually happening. Lovely pass and move there as well. Findell finds Tate. He's through. He scores. We actually turned down a £6.5 million offer for Tate just before the game from Malmö. I don't know if that was only mind games or if they really meant it, but we need to keep him. 2-1. As I speak about Tate, they make it 2-1. In behind us as usual. Smuggles in. Nice finish. Malmö again. Corner. Oh, it's the bar or the post or something. Very close, but they still have the ball. Get it away. We need to rest. Another corner from Malmö. This time they make it 2-2. Crappy crap. They are good though, and we have been bad since we scored our first 2 goals. Throwing from them, we win it there, but no one is there. They collect it, start all over. Basin into Bejmo, out to Larsson, who is very much all alone. Passing it around nicely. Bejmo to Bjerkebo. Chance for Malmö again. Piconell saves it this time. Oh, another bar from them. They are really piling on the pressure now. But can we create anything here on the counter? Kalle Andersson? No. Throw in from Malmö. Send the ball up long and deep. Can we stop them? Apparently not. Here they come again. Moving men forward. Just running with it. We are struggling to get really close to them. They hit the post. That's the 3rd time they've hit the woodwork in this game. Okay, half time. We need a breather. I thought that we were going to crush them, but since we scored our 2nd goal, they have taken over completely. 13 shots, 8 on target, 3 woodwork hits. Oh my god, we need to reassemble and come out as a better team in the 2nd half. Throw in for Malmö. We send it away. No one's there to collect it, except for Malmö players. Bejmo and Rakip playing it around. Chance for Malmö. Hits the post again, right? Corner for us. Short corner routine as usual. Malmö win it. Can we recollect it? Dangerous from them. We keep it. Browning, who just came in, and Augustinsson. Kalle Andersson. Find someone in the box, please. No. Will they counter here? Oh, here they come instead. Buri, I don't know him. Bejmo. Rune Larsson to Holm. To Abraham. You're not allowed to do that. Send him off, ref. Send him off. So I had actually hoped for a bit of a push from us, but the only thing that happened when they had their sending off was that nothing more happened. They stopped attacking, we stopped attacking. The game ended 2-2. I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed that we lost a 2-0 lead, but I'm also a bit relieved considering how the match actually looked. I said beforehand that I would have been happy with 6 points. I've been okay with 4 points. Anything below that and I would have been disappointed. I am a little disappointed, but not in the points we got. I think we kind of got away with it with 2 draws, but a bit disappointed about our performances. Now we are top of the league. We are 2 games ahead of Häcken on the same points and 1 game ahead of Djurgården on the same points. But I cannot shake that feeling of that we kind of let the train go without us left on the station. I know that isn't really the case, but it's very tight. We are first, AIK are 7th. It's only 3 points behind us. We are going to have to perform better through the season for the second half if we are going to be crowned champions. I do love this series, and I do love the fact that you are watching this with me. Thank you for watching. I will see you soon. Bye.